Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Vallis Way, home to Trailfinders women. That's what we are geographically, anyway. Ealing, West London, north of the river. But narratively, which is much more fun, we are at crunch time because teams in green and in purple arrived here with butterflies in their stomachs and playoff rugby on their minds. But in a couple of hours' time, only one set can still realistically consider themselves contenders. The Londoners are on hosting duties for the first time since Valentine's Day, and with Sarries and Gloucester Hartbury to come, they cannot slip up. The same can be said of Nathan Smith's Tyros, down in 7th, and who face the Wolfpack and Tigers in their remaining 2. We have never had this many teams entertaining this bunch and jostling for semi-finals. It is thrilling, but it is time to whittle the field down a little further, and it is so good to have you with us. You could get really bogged down in the arithmetic, but why don't you consider this one what it essentially is? Elimination rugby. Barney Madison makes just one change to the side who left the Stoot with 4 precious points last Friday. Alana Borland is out, so captain Rachel Malcolm swaps flanks and Hayley Head comes in at open side. Abby Burton completes the back row. Bradley and Gallagher there as lively as they come. And Magic Meg Jones will look to unlock that fizzing back 3. And as if this match needed any extra emotional charge, it'll be a final outing for Trailfinders for Tanya Kalunavale and Maya Kawana-Kaulani-Roos. Plenty of experts are calling this slot the PWR's in-form force behind the top 2. Nathan Smith's had to make a few changes, though. That's an all-new engine room, including a starting debut for Kaya Acton. And for the first time this season, they're without Daisy Hibbert-Jones on the flank. In her absence, it's 21-year-old Carmela Morale who will captain Loughborough for the first time at this level. One tweak to the back line, and that is Helen Nelson's return at fullback, adding another kicking option to this lot, the department who have been purring. This is Trailfinders' 3rd PWR campaign, 6th on debut, 7th last year, 6th with 3 to play this time around. Lightning, 1 in 6 in 2026, but some gorgeous rugby recently, and 90 seconds from downing the champions. And for just the 2nd time this season, Ugo, Helena Rowland and Helen Nelson start, which you are rather excited about.
Super excited about. Wanted to talk about it pre-match, because I'm of the opinion that Helena Rowland's England's best 15, but Ellie Kildon wouldn't let me say that on air. So anyway, but to see her starting at 10, in all seriousness, I think she is the best utility player on the planet.
Wow.
And I mean that respectfully, because she's world-class at 10. I think she's world-class at 12. She could do a job at 13. She could do a job on the wing, and we've seen how good she can be at 15. So the two of them in tandem should be able to control the game, control territory, and also play the fast and fluid and skillful style of rugby that Loughborough want to play.
The Trailfinders, who would be Trailblazers. And as weeks go, they don't come better than that of Meg Jones. An engagement party named the Red Roses captain for the upcoming Six Nations. A win today would be the cherry on top. She was speaking very animatedly in the huddle a little bit earlier on. She said, no second guessing, girls, back yourselves, believe in yourselves today. Nathan Smith, he won't hear talk of permutations. He's been all about performance the last few weeks, and it has worked for Loughborough. Barney Madison, though, he was happy to break the coach's circle of trust in the week and admit that everyone is keeping half an eye on the table. Thank you for the honesty, Barney, because we certainly are. The stakes are as high as they have been all season long, and these four white lines are about to contain a proper prize fight. 3 Black Ferns in Trailfinders colours, and another Kiwi with the whistle, Richard Gordon, all the way from Wellington. Matt Sharp and James Clark, his assistants. Nikki O'Donnell, our TMO. 6th hosting 7th in the table, and with playoff survival on the line. US Eagle Catherine Tredder receiving that kickoff, and here's Liz Maud onto Ala Latui, a carry into heavy traffic, going the way of the hosts, and Tanya Kalunivale with big paws straight all over that one.
Well, this is one to settle the nerves from Ealing Trailfinders. It's actually a really good carry, but how quick, how good, how dynamic. Getting themselves over the ball, and that's very efficient. Meg Jones now to the corner. 10-15 metres out, providing prime location for Ealing to set up their first attack.
A wise old owl, Tanya Kalunivale, born in Fiji, but a black fern these days. She's on a flight out to the Pacific 4 Series first thing tomorrow morning. But there's business to be done in green first, and here's captain Rachel Malcolm bringing that safely down. 3 more penalties, one against Quins last Friday night. Here's the first of this afternoon. Gallagher wide to Jones, doffs it up and over, a bit too much on that.
Coming back to the penalty.
It's a good option. Execution not quite there, but
Sacking the lifter.
The forwards are doing a great job, whether it's Kalunivale or this set piece here. This is the kick. It is the right option. 100%, a huge amount of space out there, but they get another opportunity.
The line-out was over.
Which it looks like they're going to kick back to the corner.
Line is yours.
Another Black Fern, Georgia Ponsonby, 8 tries in 12 appearances for the West Londoners. This time it's Abby Burton, head with the peel, back onto Roos. Meaty tackle coming in there. How about that from the little pocket rocket Liz Maud?
Mark here, Trailfinders.
What a tackle. What a moment. You'd often say a big one always beats a little one. Not in this situation here. I mean, that is truly putting your head in between the wheel of the spokes. That is a cracking tackle.
Tredder finds Brody. Maud onto Latui. This is what she is in the team for. Most contact meters, most gain line carries in the whole PWR. Roland will clear.
Edge is yours, Lightning. Edge is yours.
It's important now for Ealing. They've had one decent drive and line out there, the front peel, which hasn't quite worked. This is their 3rd line out. And whilst you have this level of territory, especially this level of pressure for this period of time, you've got to convert it into points. We said this is knockout rugby. It truly is. So they have to maximise this opportunity. 3rd time lucky.
Emma Wassell's call. Roos has it. Awkward bounce for Bradley, but they've extricated it well here. That's what Claire Gallagher gets and keeps defenders honest. Oh, Kalunavale cleaving through like a sledgehammer over and up to the line. Reaches just short. The tight head has had the most extraordinary 4 minutes this afternoon. Burying, scoring. Trailfinders have come out swinging this afternoon, and the plaudits might go to Abby Burton for the try, but Tanya Kalunavale wants to leave that jersey in a much better place.
We spoke about the level of play that we might have, but it's all power. It's Kalunavale that started all this a few minutes ago over turnover. Then it's a bisecting carry, and then power upon power. Abby Burton, we know how dynamic she is, whether she's playing sevens or 15s. But from 2 metres out, got the coaches applauding that, and that is the perfect start. We said it was so pivotal that they got into the red zone and came away with points, and that's exactly what Ealing Trailfinders have done.
10 seconds.
Niamh Gallagher, just 19 years old, but kicking so well for Trailfinders this season.
Well done, Claire.
That one's on me. I'll wear that. She has, though. She has taken that mantle so well. The young Irish fullback called into Scott Beeman's squad, hoping to play in her first Six Nations. She's drawn that one, but nevertheless, Ugo, couldn't really have been a better start for Barney Madison's women.
Yeah, it was cracking. I mean, take the restart, dominate territory, and now the scoreboard. What's so important now is that they just get their exit absolutely spot on. And that's a good carry there from Emma Uren. They just need to, but they're playing. They're playing with loads of ambition.
Jones whips that onto Caris Cox, the Welshwoman. Wore 12 last time these sides faced one another, and we'll revisit that one in just a moment, because it was a game for the ages at Franklin's Gardens.
Use.
But for now, they've made it over one of the east to west lines here at Vallis Way. Out of the 22. Wassell wants
Carry
it.
back. Wait. Trailfinders stop.
Gallagher's got one of the biggest boots in the league, and she's wellied that one up over halfway. Counter-attacking ball. Fancy Bermudez says, not today, Meg Jones, but your ends tackle sticks. Nelson in at first receiver. That means Rowland is somewhere in the backfield. That spells danger. Nelson once more. Sangapolu. Rowland onto Treader. Beautiful hands onto Westcombe Evans. Looking for the steal. Trailfinders, but they go to the short side, and it's the left Kelter who takes some stopping and will not be stopped. She's a juggernaut, and she's brought things level.
I thought you were just off the feet a little bit, so it's really good to respond to my concept.
What a try. This game is going to be absolutely bonkers. If anyone has any expectations of a knockout rugby game to be constricted and played within themselves, we're certainly not getting that. This is exactly what you get when you get two ball players in the back of the pitch. Loughborough line are able to spread the ball to the left, and then it's just really smart heads-up rugby. Soft on the edge there, but this step, bang, off the left from Kelter, inside out, 20. And under the sticks. That's a great riposte.
Rowland doffs over the extras, and a word on Alev Kelter, Ugo, because she's one of those players who does all the hard yards, but also she scores in the big ones, bears away. 2 against Gloucester Hartbury this season, 2 against Chiefs, Sale on the road, comes up clutch. Yeah, she really does. Absolutely massive moment there, especially when Lightning hadn't really had any ball. I think what's so important now for both of these sides is get your exit right. Like Trailfinders kick off, Lightning can't exit and they concede a try. Ealing then score, can't exit, and they concede a try. So whilst we love all this flash stuff and it's brilliant to see the level of rugby, get the fundamentals right. Catch this ball, clean your lines or clear your lines and get up the other end of the pitch.
It's knock on only.
Pressure from Heidi Head there. And yeah, knocked on. So scrum advantage for the visitors.
Advantage
7th
over.
in the table. 4 points behind their hosts today. Remember, victory for either side puts them in control of their own destiny big time in what has been the most competitive race for the semi-finals we've ever seen in this league. Scotland's Anne Young, ever present, cornered 12 of 14 Loughborough scrums this season.
Carry back. Weight in front, weight.
Scotland's Nelson with the wind at her back and a fabulous nudge.
It's a stunning kick. Called for some execution within the exit.
Yep.
Lightning had a look, played a couple of phases, realised it's slow ball, and then Nelson.
Use the line, please,
What
Lightning.
a beautiful kick that is. Outside the 22, so had to make sure that the ball bounced before it went into touch.
Yes, please, Trailfinders.
And that's exactly what she's done.
Rachel.
It is breezy today. That is blowing from our commentary position left to right, so it's at the back of Nelson. Roos on hand to tidy that one up. Nothing subtle about the pop back infield from Gallagher, but the execution, excellent. Cox with that distinctive languid style. Burton runs straight at Latui. Gallagher onto Niamh Gallagher, 2 of them, 10 and 15. Bradley finds Kalunivale. Stick of dynamite in a rugby jersey this afternoon, the tight head. Burton smuggling that onto Maya Montiel. Uran onto Niamh Gallagher, who's worked so hard to track right across. She's gone touchline to touchline there, the teenage fullback. Gallagher flat. Kalunivale taking names, notching involvements. Gallagher, Meg Jones, head out in the wide channel. She likes to be there. She's got junior sevens caps. She's really athletic.
Just have a look at Kalunivale. She is just popping up in that midfield, but they've gone blindside now to Meg Jones, who does so well. Kicks out of 1, 2 tackles, and they're now starting to get a little bit of quick ball.
Barney Madison speaking in the week about how composure and patience is something they're still working on as a group, but this, as patient as it comes, and they are making inroads, as you say, getting closer to that 22. Here's Uran looking to unlock that through Cox. Malcolm in support.
Back.
Wassel. Jones assessing her options. It's the little kick through. It might just sit up for Grace White. Oh, she's grabbed it! Picks Rowland's pocket. Trailfinders back in the box office, back in the red zone. Niamh Gallagher will play scrum half. Kalunivale continues her pinball impression. Loughborough watertight at the moment, but backpedaling, and now they're to within 6, right before the sticks. They've got to remain squeaky clean here, Loughborough.
Advantage, 2 offside.
And as I say that,
Last feet, Lightning.
penalty conceded. Trailfinders keep it tight, but you suspect the call will come sooner rather than later.
That was your own player's leg. Number 2 offside first.
How good was that from Ealing?
Right there.
I'm certainly not one to exaggerate, but I think they went... Oh, they're going for a quick tap penalty, and why wouldn't they? Carrying such physicality.
Make sure it moves.
No one in the PWR scores more quick tap penalties than these women, and they're within inches off the first carry. Second effort.
Time off.
Georgia Ponsonby does a brilliant job, but is it double movement?
Coming to you. I've got the ball initially short. I'm not sure how it then ends up grounded over the line. What the key question here is if it's a 1 movement to place the ball or if it's a 2nd movement.
So Ponsonby, I think, gets about a metre short with the ball trapped under her chest.
On-field decision is try, because we have seen the ball grounded on the line.
On-field decision is try, we're just checking if it's in 1 movement.
And that's what they're going to determine as to whether this is a try or not. So there we go. I think that's a double movement. I think the tackle's complete now. Oh, you can't see it from that angle, unfortunately. This is it, I think. That's the tackle complete. Still no place, still no place, still no place, and that's a place. I don't think you can give that. I'm seeing that as short
initially. She then goes to move it back before going forward again. It's too slow for a movement straight away, so therefore I'm seeing this as a double movement and penalty to Lightning.
Rich, these are your best angles.
Yeah.
I agree. The tackle is complete.
Yeah.
There is a long pause before an attempted placement.
I agree. It's going to be no try. She's short initially, and then she takes far too long to reach out and place it. So it's a second movement. It'll be a penalty to Lightning.
Still, she's okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Nikki O'Donnell, our TMO, helping Richard Gordon to his decision now.
Trailfinders. Back we go.
Rachel Malcolm is any good captain. Just querying that one.
She said it's harsh. I don't think it is. I think it's actually just applying the law. I completely respect Rachel Malcolm. She's a wonderful human being, a rugby player, and fighting for her team. But yeah, I do. Oh, is that going to make touch? No, it's not. Ball's still in play.
Cox, ball under one arm. She's developed this trick recently, and it's coming good for her more often than not. Arcing runs, one-handed, using those long levers to devastating effect. Here's Ella Amory, newly on for Brooke Bradley. So Trailfinders losing their starting scrum half. 12 minutes into this one. There's a player down in the backfield for Loughborough. Dan Young, it looks like. And we'll have to pause here because props out of auction, and it's scrum advantage for Loughborough.
Just going to hold because we've got a medic on the field there. We'll restart with a scrum to Lightning here.
So Bradley is off,
Time is off,
which means that Ella Amory, who became Trailfinders' first half-centurion of all time last week against Harlequins, is on wearing 21.
Nikki, just on restart, was the initial knock-on inside the 22 or outside?
Something we've been talking about in terms of just exiting.
The injury.
And I know the wind's going to play a massive factor right now, but you don't want to score an own goal. They've done so well to get that penalty. They invite Cox into the game, who looks like the most dangerous runner outside of Koulibaly. So strong, so powerful and dynamic. But the amount of defenders beaten, meters made, getting Ealing straight onto the front foot in great position. The fundamentals of the game probably haven't been executed as proficiently as what you'd want to in these conditions and the magnitude of this game. You see Rachel Malcolm there, Scotland captain. Pardon, excuse the language there, but you can see how intense she is trying to galvanise the group, get them on song and a message.
Outside of the 22.
Well, they're very proud in these parts to have two Six Nations captains in their squad. Meg Jones of the Red Roses, Rachel Malcolm of Scotland. So it's good afternoon to Isla Curfey, replacing Anne Young, who we really hope hasn't suffered anything too serious. She's got a big Six Nations on the horizon as the Scottish
Scrum
international.
Here, when we restart.
A pair of early changes.
Okay. Good, perfect. Oh, we restarted with a scrum here to Lightning.
Trailfinders, remember, managing to come away from 4 precious points from the Stoop last week, despite losing their starting hooker and line-out caller within 2 minutes of the game. Georgia Ponsonby and Alana Borland's mouth guards going off, both of them failing their HIAs. So Chris Blanco had to go almost 80 at hooker. And Emma Taylor, who'd started the day as a travelling reserve, found herself going the distance in the engine room too, but they still conspired to win. They are gritty.
Crunch!
Curfey, Tredder, Sangapolu, Montiel, Ponsonby, Kalunavale. Rowland onto Kelter with the slaloming footwork, and that's nice support from Maud.
Yeah.
Growing and growing into life in 15s. There's been a bit of a scuffle there between Kelter and Amory on the deck, and Kelter's stayed down. She looks really uncomfortable, the centre.
We're just going to stop again. When we restart again, it will be a scrum to Lightning.
Clay, you mentioned the disruption for Ealing. potential disruption for Kelters. A really strong carry. That looks significant. It's a great step off her left. She tries to get her hands free, but she carries on.
Rich, there's no foul play with that.
Whilst
She
that
just
tackle's
fell
been
awkwardly in the
completed.
tackle.
Certainly taking their time, as you'd imagine.
Takes some doing. I love Kelter is as hard as they come. Catherine Tredder making sure she's all right on the floor there as Helena Rowland leads this huddle. Rowland, one of a series, you go, of young English internationals who put pen to paper and extended with Loughborough Lightning in recent times. Extensions for Daisy Hibbert-Jones, for Carmela Morale. They're really keen to keep Bo Westcombe-Evans, all of these young red roses. They're building for the future. Nathan Smith is so unequivocal about that.
They have to be. Like last year, I know they experimented with the way in which they wanted to play and perhaps played a little bit too more expansively. But when you look at the quality that they have right throughout that team, you've got international on international, and then you've got budding and future internationals that have represented their countries at age grade levels. I love the way in which they play, and we know in sport, any successful side, whether it's male or female, it's all about continuity of coaches as well as players, and the longer they stay together, the better they understand one another and culturally know exactly how a team wants to play. So I love the fact loads of them are committed to it. One, because they believe, and secondly, because they want to be a part of what they believe to be a winning project.
Really good stability.
High potential, high character, the things they look for in an athlete at Loughborough, whereas Trailfinders this season was all about going out, shopping globally for names to put up in lights. 19 new signings, and you look across that squad. First signing there, Meg Jones, first name on the team sheet, but then the stars just followed.
Well, of course, you sign Meg Jones and recruitment becomes easy. Who have you got next year? Do you know this guy? We've got Meg Jones. Yeah, she's really good at rugby. Would you like to play with her? Yes, please. Where do I sign up? Where are you based? South West London. Yeah, that's good.
Magic Meg. Red Roses skipper, World Player of the Year nominee, lest we forget. OK, we're back in action. Lev Kelter's seemingly playing on one leg, but you suspect that's still worth something at any level. Maud finding Rowland. Numbers on shirts increasingly meaningless at Franklin's Gardens. They play this open brand of rugby, as Ugo's alluded to. Emily Scarrett, the mastermind of all of this. Nelson loves a little bit of space. Bermudez with the clear out. Brody. In for Daisy Hibbert-Jones. First back row we've seen all season for Lightning without the young Red Rose. Great work from Heads. Turnover ball. Here we go. Montiel, Amory, Ponsonby. Jones takes that split step out to Cox, who's so dangerous. Cox still going. She's willowy, but she's seemingly hewn from titanium. Roos, very well met by Curfy. Kaluna Vale. Crunching purple shirts. Heads before the sticks. Amory just bringing in some heavies, wants some muscle around that ball.
Last feet, Lightning.
Bit of meat to the bone as they find themselves once again ball in hand in the Loughborough 22.
Ball's not down yet.
They have had the lion's share of territory and possession. Trailfinders, a really interesting turn of events and a clash between two sides who love the ball.
Penalty advantage, Trailfinders.
Malcolm next to have a go, and now they can spin it because they're on advantage here. Out wide to white, two Lightning players get hands on her, but it won't be enough. They fancy themselves some finals footy this lot. Trailfinders have two, and it's Grace White who scores it.
It's a really good illustration of how you combine forwards with backs. The forwards up front, pick and go, pick and go, pick and go, set a platform. And then when the ball gets a little bit of pace on it, all starts once again from a poor exit. Can't repeat it enough, but it's been such a feature. Rachel Malcolm with a decent carry here. Meg Jones over the top. That's a gorgeous pass. And that's an even better finish. Cracking try there from Trailfinders. I'll tell you what, the currency of today is territory and then taking points. And that's what Trailfinders have done very well in this opening quarter.
10 seconds.
I'm not going to say a word.
Try's good.
Flags stay down. 10 will play 7, but Grace White's 5th try of the season might just be her best yet.
Yeah, it's a really good team try. I just like how they all know what they're doing, the passing, essentially, we talk about it a lot. And whilst it sounds really understated, yeah, applause once again. Everyone doing their job, but to a high level. Now, do your job in clearing your lines.
Uran, the double Olympian. She's doing her job. Clear out does it. Roos onto Gallagher. Jones, and just checking her step there was Neve Gallagher. Ponsonby out wide, and Cox probably beaten about 6 or 7 defenders already.
Advantage.
It's crazy, honestly. Why can't they clear their lines, both teams? You've got 2 brilliant attacking teams, and guess what? You're inviting them into your 22. You're literally handing out an invitation, said, come. And I love the ambition of Ealing, but if you are going to play to the width, then you have to be secure on the edges. And after scoring a try,
you'll mark here.
You've now just put yourself under pressure. I mean, it's cracking work at the breakdown. That's Alif Kelter. Picked up an injury. She was down just a couple of minutes ago, but now she just won this prime opportunity.
We're just going to reset that because this player hasn't come all the way into the line-out. If you're going to be the insert, you've got to come in first rather than just run to the front, OK? Yeah, restart with the line out again. We're going to do it again. Same to you, same to you. So if you're going to run in, you just need to make sure you come in first and then go.
Well, Lightning were lethal the last and only time they were down in these parts. Ball in hand. What can they do on a second visit? Ives Campion. That's another line-out receipt to the biggest tally in all of the PWR. They're going to keep it meaty for the time being. Bristly and nuggety, but Head's involvement there forced Maud to go on a little adventure. She's got wicked footwork, the little scrum half. Shredder finds Cabea, the latest to sign an extension in the Midlands. Wants to be the best open side in the world, she said. Ives Campion.
Tackle!
Double shots, a bit of a Trailfinders trademark there. That one from Malcolm and from Uren. Here's another, this time it's Wassel, and someone whose legs are sticking out from that breakdown. They commit a lot of numbers to the tackle.
But you've got to say defence is on top. That line-out started 5 metres out now. Look exactly where they are. Just got to keep their discipline as Lightning look to spread the ball.
Roland played that so flat.
Tackle off.
Onto Nelson.
Leave one. Thank you.
Best tackle percentage in the league is coming good once more. Forces Roland to lose her patience. Breaks the line with the kick. Kelter's very well marshalled out of the field of play.
Try to find his ball, yeah?
It's a big defensive win for the West Londoners.
Yeah, it's great defence. Forced into the kick. Gets slightly lucky there, but Cox alert.
One player from each team now.
I'll tell you what, she's having a cracking game today, isn't she? That's almost a try, but Harris Cox, I mean, the level of footwork, power, gain line, the metre she is churning up.
No, it's pretty
absolutely
good.
sensational form.
You guys are obviously trying to hold them up in the tackle as well, so they're just responding to my tackle. It's
I
really
feel like
good
it's
so
been
far.
fine so far.
I agree.
Happy, cool.
Rachel Malcolm just having a word with Richard Gordon. It's time for us to have a word with the Trailfinders coaching box. Ashley Wilmot, who have you rustled up for us as a special guest?
Thanks, Claire. I'm with Barney. Barney, it's not great seeing Ella down, especially considering you've already had to make a change at 9. How much does that impact your game plan?
Yeah, obviously losing kind of Brooke in the first 10, 15 minutes is not ideal, but no, again, Ella will come on and do a job, so all good.
She looks all right, though.
Yeah, I think she's all right. It might have just been a bit of a breather, but then.
It's a fast-paced game, isn't it? I mean, we can only just about catch our breath. You are up 10 points to 7. What have you made of the opening stages?
I know it's been okay. I think we've been camped down at their 22 for a fair period of time. We just probably need to kind of take advantage of that a little bit better. They've had a couple of entries to our 22 and come away with points. So, probably need to be down their end a bit more.
In terms of your opposition, you said in the week, they are one of the form teams at the moment. Where do their biggest threats come from?
I think all over the pitch, to be honest. Their ball handling ability from all their forwards is really, really good. So it's just really, really important to make sure we fill that field defensively.
What do you want to see from your team right now?
Just, again, playing in the right areas and keeping hold of that ball, because when we have kept hold of the ball, we've managed to get a pen. So, yeah.
Thanks for your time, Bonnie.
Bonnie Madison wanting exactly what Hugo Monier's been calling for. Exit, execution, canny territorial management, and then clinical finishing. I mean, to be fair, that is the game of rugby in a nutshell. Anne-Marie's all right. She's hoisted that as high as she can, but the wind's caught it a little bit and it's not brought Trailfinders the wriggle room they would have wanted.
Your mark here, Trailfinders.
3 points the difference with a quarter gone. Trailfinders win, and they're in the driver's seat for a Loughborough Lightning victory. They can really dare to dream, but that sort of thing will infuriate Nathan Smith.
All I was thinking with this wind, and you can see it in the kick, how it's a nightmare also for hookers.
Jones not waiting around, and her GB7's teammate Uren on exactly the same page. Anne-Marie barking orders as she scurries to that breakdown. Plays 9, 10, right across the back three, does the diminutive scrum half. Very comfortable marshalling a backline. Same could be said of Nelson. All right, hold on to your hats. Here comes Westcombe Evans. Oh, good pass for Treader, and Lightning at 6s and 7s here. They've really just lost concentration, lost accuracy, and they've gone back 60, 70 metres.
Yeah, I mean, one negative on another. Two poor, sloppy passes. Gifted Ealing this opportunity, but I've got to say, Ealing, just with one decent kick, have put pressure on Loughborough, and look at them, flowing in attack.
Well, Tanya Kalunavale is having the sort of game that would make Reece Carey blush at the moment. And that smart kick from Jones, really canny.
She carried it back. Helen Nelson's completely lost their bearings, and I've got to say, for all of the razzle-dazzle passing that we've seen, it's been two kicks that have got Trailfinders 95 metres up the road. She carries it over a try line and gifts a 5-metre scrum now to Trailfinders. Sometimes just doing the simple things over and over again can be just as impactful of running from everywhere.
Crouch.
Mismatching socks on the Trailfinders women. They're wearing the original socks for the clubs at which they first started playing the game. A mufti day down low. Shout out to where it all started. Scrum advantage, or rather penalty advantage, and oh wow, look at the power! Explosive, destructive power from Abby Burton, who's got two. A calamitous 5 minutes for Loughborough Lightning, a momentous 5 minutes for Trailfinders women.
Yeah, complete contradiction from both the sides. Sloppy from Loughborough, decisive, powerful, impactful from Burton and Trailfinders. This scrum is brilliant, but then the presence of mind, the control, added with the power. Look at that position, pumps the legs, and it's a total and utter mismatch. Territory turns into points yet again for Trailfinders. That has to be the blueprint. And it's 2 for Burton and 3 for Trailfinders.
Niamh Gallagher, who was 3 from 3 against Quins last time out, 0 from 3 this time around. But Abby Burton putting in the sort of performance, Hugo, which you might expect from a proper competitor, well aware that wearing the jersey on the other side of the field is a youngster who'd quite like her spot in that Six Nations pack.
Exactly that. And it's the beauty of these matches because the stakes are really high, you know, there's lots of attention on it. And this is it until the Women's Six Nations, which kicks off on the 11th of April. And there is going to be undoubtedly changes as well as competition. And that's exactly how you want to be able to respond after scoring a try. An easy exit now. Penalty given away. Meg Jones takes hold of the ball, will look to pump this as far as they can, as long as it doesn't come anywhere near the commentary box. And it's coming exactly towards us.
Use the edge, Lightning.
Well, two sides who, as we say, love a lot of ball. Loughborough being starved of it, much to the horror of Rachel Taylor, of Nathan Smith, and I think that's Daisy Hibbert-Jones. That is their regular captain.
20% territory is awful, isn't it? Have to fix that.
Crisp as you like down onto Amory Burton, who's on a hat-trick inside 27 minutes. Ponsonby floats that onto Claire Gallagher. That might have been forwards from Meg Jones, it was. And you sense now would be a really good time for Loughborough to get together, to take some deep breaths and to attempt to scrub something off the slate.
It's the balance, I think, between being highly ambitious, as both these teams are, and I mean in terms of how they want to play, as well as just not getting bored and trying to do the boring things. I look at this and I'm thinking, OK, where have we been as a team? We haven't been perfect with ball in hand. Maybe the simple thing is, especially if we've got Helena Rowland and Helen Nelson in the team, just to try and find grass and say to Ealing, who are playing against the wind, try and clear your lines. They haven't been great at it. But in saying all of that, I think they're absolutely set up to play now, and they're going to try and move the ball to the width.
Barney Madison trying to get a message out of the coaching box window there, like a sort of Northern male Rapunzel.
Tackle!
His side are on defence for the moment. Maud onto Rowland. That looks like a pre-called move to find Brody. Been a super sub for the last few rounds, Talia Brody, and what an impact she likes to have late.
Off now. Well done.
Carry there from Kaya Acton on her first PWR start. And here's Westcombe Evans. Very well read that by Yoran. Nothing going for the league's best clean break manufacturer.
So we're 5 phases in now. Consider where you're going, how much energy are we wasting? And in fact, in those phases, you've gone back 2 metres, so maybe look to find some space off the boot rather than continually play on the ball, because they are looking like it's hard to keep hold of the ball. However,
Rowland with a little moment of magic. Bermudez, who scored the leveller the last time these sides met. That's better from Lightning. Need to make this count. Need to wrestle some momentum back, because it has been one-way traffic, this one. Morale flat to Latui. Nice hands there from the number 8. Numbers here. Kelter back in field. Niamh Gallagher found herself in a 2-on-1 there. Lightning keep hold of it for now. Latui. Now we're seeing some of these carries go over the gain line. Now we're seeing a bit of front foot ball. Brody, well met. Kaluna volley, briefly turned. Talia Brody, entirely two-dimensional there. Maud, Rowland, Morale with the footwork. Captain for the first time in the PWR today. Acton. It's Kaluna volley again. But penalty going the way of Lightning. Need to use this.
Penalty advantage, Lightning.
Got to play with the bravery we saw last week against Gloucester Hartbury, and the efficiency we saw the week before that against Harlequins. This is going well. 6, 7, 8 metres.
It is a maul. It's held up there, but we're going back to the penalty.
I I'll tell you what, sometimes it's easy trying to call the game and read the game from up here. I'm saying Loughborough lining.
Right here if you want
should
to
kick
go.
the ball. They didn't. They've gone through hands and they've been brilliant. But this, my goodness. Loughborough, both sides of the ball, very dynamic, very powerful. And Loughborough Lightning actually sticking to their guns and going through multi-phase. They get that penalty advantage and they kick that ball, what are we, 6 metres out.
Here we are.
Great opportunity now to try and narrow that gap.
Miscommunication the last time we saw a Loughborough attacking line-up, but that one's worked perfectly, and that maul has already eked a penalty from today's hosts. Maud onto Morale, who arrives at speed.
Ball's available.
Cabea, pinwheels onto Rowland. She's lifted that one up into the dead ball area. It's just going to beat Westcombe Evans.
Yeah, we'll go back.
They were playing under advantage.
Doing a really good job at the maul, didn't they?
Number 4 throwing across.
See how difficult and how competitive it is at all set piece here. That's 4 just getting across that line. That's the penalty advantage.
Max here on the line,
Another
please.
Really
Trailfinders.
good option.
Max here.
Well, there's no such thing as an uncontested line-out when Maya Kawana-Kaulani-Roos is on the field, so perhaps it's because of that. They go quick tap, Songapolu Sanele. It's a day for the tight heads today. We've been singing the praises of those electric back threes, but sometimes there is just no substitute for a bit of ballast and snarl.
How good. Sometimes when it's not all being perfect, you just go, I'll just do it on my own. And that's exactly what she does. Tap. I mean, that's a meeting of might, isn't it? There is no disguise, but all the heft and might. That's a cracking try.
Try's good.
Thanks, Nicky. 20 seconds.
The woodwork. So there's no room at the inn. It's been a tricky day for the kickers. But as efficiency goes, that from Songapolu Sanele, pretty much perfect. And what is funny is that Kalunavale and Songapolu Sanele are two of the sweetest individuals off field.
Timing's good.
Brutes on it. Acton, the 20-year-old, starting for the first time, just her second league appearance.
Brilliant kick. Absolutely stunning kick. Not messing around. It's one phase. And you can see Rowland screaming for it. Ball's on it. It was quick. It was hot. She goes back. I was going to say she finds grass. She finds plastic on the pitch because this is an artificial pitch here. But that is cracking. Goes from right to left.
Sorry for getting in your way.
Gallagher racing to get across. And the ball beats everyone to that touchline.
It's not as sexy finds plastic, is it? It just doesn't have the same ring to it.
It's like when we say in football they hit the woodwork, but actually the posts are aluminium.
Let's talk Red Roses then, Ugo, seeing as we've got an aspiring Red Rose on the left of the picture there and John Mitchell's best, as you say, utility option in Helena Rowlands. They've talked this year about how they want to take the handbrake off in attack, and funnily enough, we've heard that expression before 3 years ago from Lou Meadows when she was first named attack coach, but they do want to reinvent things a little bit. Where do you think they can get better and more expressive?
I think the Red Roses do not suffer for talent.
No.
They just don't. I looked at the back three that played at the World Cup. There's over 150 World Cup tries between them. We've lost Abby Dow. She's alive, she's just retired. So we're going to look for a new winger again. But I think stylistically what they need to do is actually create options and set piece rather than rely on magic. And if you do want to play a broader and slightly wider brand of rugby, Tatiana Hurd, I think, is an excellent number 12, but Helena Rowland, who I've called a utility player, I'd have her in your starting team. Where? I wouldn't be surprised you see Rowland, Meg Jones in centre partnership. That, for me, wow. You've got options everywhere, but we'll have to wait a couple of weeks to see what happens there.
Don't lift the leg.
Well, she wants a starting shirt, Rowland. She's been very transparent about that. Excellent hands from Amory, who's been effervescent since coming on. Cox again, Kaluna Vale again. It's the same names over and over, but we're not bored of saying them, not when they're playing rugby like this.
Advantage is over.
3 points in it, 5 minutes remaining of the first half, and playoffs rugby on the line. Cox on to White. Such different wingers, but destructive in their own ways.
Counter-ruck's good.
Speaking of destructive, here comes trouble. Kelter, Bermudez.
That ceiling there, that should be Lightning ball.
Lightning's bench agree with you. We can hear them beneath our commentary position.
Good job. Ball's available. Player in the way.
But a bit of a momentum shift, or stall rather, in the last 5-6 minutes of this one. Get the sense that the final say before the break could be totemic. Kaluna Vale in one movement there just managed to bump off Talia Brody and an axe the clean out. Maya Montiel, loose head today, been tight head in the last couple of weeks, hyper versatile, so useful.
Stop in front, wait.
Smart option there from Meg Jones, going nowhere, goes boot to ball, and that's well tidied up from Nelson. Lightning just need to keep it clean here. I'm not trying to say that to say lack ambition, but whatever you do, kick, pass, run, just got to be accurate. It's a 3-point game, 4 minutes till half-time. Wow!
Kaluna Vale, just keep saying her name. We've got it on repeat. It's like a baseline to this entire rugby match. She's omnipresent.
Do you think in this final game she's been paid per contact?
Maybe. She's on an involvements bonus. Rowland, the kicking battle between her and Meg Jones is fascinating, and there's a little battle between them. Jones ricocheting off Rowland and making the half stop on Kelter. Maud, Lightning looking to turn the screw here. They've got Trailfinders scrambling and narrow a little bit in defence. Westcombe Evans pins her ears back.
Timing's fine for me.
Drops it onto a toe. Neve Gallagher.
Stop, wait.
That.
This game.
So entertaining. We hope you got the popcorn in for this one. We told you there'd be fireworks.
Off. Well done.
Latui. A rocket, Sangapolu too. Here's the firecracker that is Morale. Oh, she smuggled it onto Cabella. Shakes for the offload, thought better of it. So entertaining. Sangapolu again. Kaluna Vale goes for the steal. Lightning, Rowland's half through the gap. Barton with 2 tries and a try-saving tackle inside 40 minutes. Kelter. How does Olev Kelter manage it? Half loses her shorts, playing on one leg, half breaks, ball batted backwards from Ives Campion.
Knock on, offside.
Is that the most anticlimactic finish to what's been a long busting 3 minutes?
One player from each team down.
That was outstanding rugby from both sides. Whether it's offloading or brilliance, this kick and chase. Excellent. Jones and Rowland vying for the ball. Kelter, the amount of brilliant contribution she's had in attack, always beats the first tackler.
There's 2 minutes till
and then the acceleration, I just think she's a wonderful rugby player.
They're coming
stretching from one side to the next.
And in their defensive,
and
especially.
then Cabella just unleashing herself. What an offload that is. I mean, it's been so quick. We knew it was going to be entertaining just because of the mindset. Hence why, at 38 minutes, there's not a lot to be able to separate these two teams.
It is no coincidence, Nathan Smith has said, that Loughborough Lightning have taken 9 out of the last 15 possible table points, and that is because Helena Rowland is back fit, Sadia Kabea is starting consistently, and so too is Lily Ives Campion. And in fact, we just talked about Red Rose's backs. Let's touch on their forwards pack, because there is some change in there. Zoe Stratford is expecting, Abby Ward is expecting, Rosie Galligan unavailable for selection at the moment with injury. This is a huge Six Nations for that woman there, Lily Ives Campion.
Yeah, 100%. She's got to feel as if this is her moment to be able to step up and not just be a feature within the team, but potential leader as well. Spoke to her before the game, didn't they? She knows the significance of today and exactly everything's to come. And she'll have confidence in the way in which she's playing in a side that is playing really well. When you said when you're surrounded by top quality players, one of them that we've mentioned on several occasions, Sadia Kabea, she was playing the match in the World Cup final. She's a very, very good player. Doesn't still believe that she is exactly where she wants to be, but the potential, whether it's Kabea or Ives Campion, is so big, so broad.
Blackfern to Blackfern. Ives Campion got fingertips on that. You could hear the little clip from up here in commentary. Burton carries hard and straight. Gallagher's in the pocket.
Stop in front.
High effort off that left boot, out on the full.
Right option, poor execution. Just the drop of the ball, if you see the way in which she kicked it. She knows, recognises it. But it's kind of been the feature of this game. I think both sides have, whilst they created lots of opportunities, they've also provided lots of opportunity for the opposition. A minute to go, 40 metres out. What can Lightning do?
Ives Campion brought that down beautifully. Look at the width they've got. They've gone half the way across Ealing in the space of 2-3 passes, but Trailfinders wanted that ball back. Voracious defence. Kabea setting off down touchlines. Look at Sadia Kabea gallop. She is world class.
Tackle.
Lightning tails are up. They can sense an opportunity here. Try here and they go ahead for the first time in the match. Bo Westcombe Evans is gone. She's in real discomfort on the landing, clutching her ribs. But what a score, a lightning strike if ever there was one.
Yeah, all stars from Sadia Kabea. I've actually done what Bo Westcombe Evans has done. I think she's winded herself on the ball. But it all kicks off. Let's not forget this opportunity provided by Ealing Trailfinders kicking the ball out. The line-out was exceptional, as was that break. And then it's just trying to play and find the space. I love the timing of this. Sit, bang, through. Bisecting the defenders. Bo Westcombe Evans does brilliantly well. And I think, as you can probably see on this, I think she lands on the ball, wins herself. But that timing of the ball, and then she just peels, opens up. Yeah, winded. I think it's worth it.
Well, those two conversions from Helena Rowland, the difference, it is Lightning who lead as we head to the break. It's a half that we didn't want to end, but every single one of those players, lactic saturating their legs and lungs in their mouths, will definitely be keen for their half-time oranges. 3 tries apiece. Burton with a brace, Grace White with another, Alev Kelter, Kea Mesang, Apollo Sonele and Bo Westcombe Evans. So much to savour, so much to dissect. So don't you go anywhere, we're going to take a very short break. Welcome back to Trailfinders Sports Ground, where it's winner stays on, but in the best domestic competition in the women's game. 3 tries apiece, 2 Helena Rowland conversions the difference, and a pair of tight heads who ate nothing but blue Smarties for breakfast. 29-all this one finished, back in round 8, with drama right up until Helen Nelson's stoppage time conversion. It's always tight when these two play one another. And picking up right where we left off, Kaluna Vale with a big thumping carry, head with a little dance down that 5-metre channel, the open side. Been training with England under-21s this week.
Strip's good. Advantage knock on.
Flying from the line there, Sangapolu Sanele, who scored a rip snorter in the first 40. Head once more, and Trailfinders up over halfway. Malcolm clattering into Brody, her opposite number. Rachel Malcolm used to wear that Loughborough Lightning 6 jersey. Lovely footwork from Meg Jones. There's the fend from Jones, out onto Cox. Westcombe Evans and Kelter combining with the tackle.
Breakdown.
Amory finding Wassel.
Ball's available.
What a start to this second half. The energy levels haven't dipped at all. Ponsonby into the 22. Back the other way. Montiel next. Treader clinging to the Canadians' calves. Gallagher with a little spiral chip. Jones is chasing hard. Jones will score! And the celebrations to match from the coolest cat in all of Ealing.
Well, how fitting it's Meg Jones to score the try, because it's her that starts all of it. Absolutely turning Aliv Kelter inside and out. Nothing's on, bang, you're gone. Take a seat there. And then she goes on to make the break. Big handoff, and then puts Cox away.
Yeah,
and funnily enough, Cox breaks the tackle. That we've seen all game long. That's a gorgeous kick from Gallagher. And it's Meg Jones that doesn't give up, collects that, dots down. The Cowboy is absolutely loving it. What a week she's had. She and Trailfinders, they truly are flying right now.
Tries clear, she was level, Clarkey.
10 seconds.
Taking every available second. Neve Gallagher. 0 from 4 for the teenager.
It's a great chase, but gosh, this is sloppy from Lightning. Way too long to be alert to the danger, and you have to be on your mettle. Well, she's anywhere near the ball.
Trailfinders women with their 10th try bonus point of the season, because, of course, that 4th score means they will leave here with something today. Grace White feeling a little bit left out on the defender beating side of things, so gets about 4 of them there with that kick return. Trailfinders women starting with a bit right between their teeth here in the second 40, having never come from behind this campaign. Not once have they reeled a side back in and gone on to win. But they lead now. Ugo Monnier was trying to buy a Kaluna Vale jersey during half-time. He was on the Trailfinders shop. You wanted a Karis Cox one as well, didn't you? New super fan to my right.
Retreat, Lightning!
Rowland sends that one end over end. Gallagher lets it bounce twice. But she's got the footwork to get herself out of trouble. And that is awkward for morale.
Retreat, walk backwards.
Very good return. Ball bouncing too much for me. A very good recovery, especially when you're playing into the wind. You can see it's hazardous here today. That's why we've had great competition in liner. A, because there's loads of quality and internationals on both sides. But more pertinently, you can see the wind there. It's so difficult. I haven't seen many balls gone to the back of the line out, because I think that's way too much pressure. So the competition at the front and the middle, as I'm sure we'll see right now, going to make it highly contestable, or not.
It's exactly the same as the one down there. We're just going to restart it again. The player that's coming in needs to come in before they run to the front, all right? Do it again, please. It's just, if she's going to run in, she needs to come into the line and set before she leaves and goes to the front. Do it again.
Just to remind you, if Trailfinders women win today, Exeter Chiefs will become the third side through to the playoffs. But here come Lightning. And Cabea has been a bit of a woman-possessed so far. Duran and Jones, but she gets a knee to the deck. Brody had the footwork to ride the Kulunavale tackle. Roland can't find Sangapolo Sanele. Cross lines there, so turnover ball for the hosts. Currently in 6th in the standings, 4 points above the visitors. Burton. On through the gap, Ponsonby closing in on her, and Roland and Nelson, but Amory's support line is gorgeous and the feet are sublime. This game is all spirit and no mixer. How entertaining. Trailfinders have 5 and the gap grows yet further.
When she picks it up.
An early introduction to Amory in that first half due to the injury. But Claire, we were talking at half-time, and you've got a really interesting stat about Ealing Trailfinders, which has been blown out of the water so far in the opening 6 minutes.
They have never mounted a comeback in the PWR in the second half. This one's going pretty well.
Yeah,
it's going so well. The way in which they've started,
1 foot behind the ball when she picks it up.
They've been clinical, but also seeing space. That is excellent. But then the timing and the conversion now from Gallagher, just stretching their lead.
Seven plays 19 in Ealing.
Time off. Hang on, someone's talking to me.
Ella Amory,
On our break,
who left Brussels as a teenager to come and play in Richmond and then at Harlequins.
Just tell me when we're okay to restart, Jeb. Let's just hold.
No one else from Belgium playing at quite this level. Top flight domestic rugby. Signed for Trailfinders a couple of seasons ago. Became their first half-centurion last week. And we see our first tactical substitution of the day. Kendall Wardby is on to make her 50th Loughborough Lightning appearance. On in the place of Talia Brody.
Gosh, this is sloppy, isn't it?
Nelson looking to get Loughborough out of trouble. She's barreled into Kulunavale. Acton. Here's Westcombe Evans. Wardby will look to clear out. Lutui, who's been quiet today by her lofty standards.
Have a look at the line speed now from Trailfinders women. The way in which they're forcing the players and the threats to come back inside rather than go out wide. And that's just putting pressure on the skills. Look how quick they have to get off the line. And that's a brilliant tackle there from Malcolm. They really start to suffocate Lightning, who's trying to express themselves. There you go, but great to find the edge.
So delicate from Westcombe Evans, perhaps a little more delicate than she expected. And Meg Jones has found herself in all sorts of trouble there. Wassell, Ponsonby. Plays like a flanker because she was one until recently. Over the ball there. But no, ball stays green. Going for Acton on that occasion. Wassell's clear out. Amory rootles for it. A breathless start to this second half. Nelson claims it. She's doing a lot of ball-in-hand work, Nelson, today. Loving life in the 15 jersey. Puts Kelter onto Wardby. Kelter once more with Gallagher to beat. The strength of Alert Kelter.
Breakdown.
She doesn't see defenders, she sees speed bumps. She's got herself a ticket there, but turnover for Heidi Head is immaculate.
Have to say, that's a poor decision. Poor decision. Trailfinders are off their feet. This is excellent from Helen Nelson. She always wants to take the space, but then it's the awareness to be able to connect on the edge. Lovely, gorgeous inside from Olive Kelter, but they've gone quick again. Territory is everything at the moment for Trailfinders, and they have it.
Some of the running meters for the back three players will be off the charts as the handling errors continue to mount for the visitors. Ball still in play. Over the top goes Amory. Kelter's going to hopefully watch that bounce dead, but no, and is Kelter going to run it too? Kelter's off on her travels. Acton met by Montiel. Curfew pumping the legs up to just shy of the 22. Pragmatism prevails, courtesy of Roland.
Thank you. 1 and 3 green sub. 1 and 3 Trailfinders.
New props for the hosts. Olivia Leatherman and Cassandra Tuffnail are replacing Maya Montiel and Tanya Kaluna-Vale, who gets to rest up before she heads off on her travels with the Black Ferns tomorrow morning.
Yes, please, Trailfinders.
Her last outing in Trailfinders green, but they are hoping to have some of their Black Ferns back next season, by all accounts. The gap. This Trailfinders looking to grow it. Burton hunting a hat-trick. That's a nice little switch. Tuffnail finding herself with hands on ball. Leatherman next. The two props straight into things. A bit of a nerve settler for the two of them. Cox is to the short side, but it's to head they go.
Tackle!
John Mitchell had a good look at Hayley Head back in January in that wider training squad. She's been with the 21s this week.
Well done.
Amory onto Ponsonby.
Tackle!
Building phases, patient play here from Trailfinders.
Ball was out, play on.
Round the corner again they come. Lightning making their tackles but going backwards.
Advantage offside, 7.
And now they concede the penalty. So kickable
Penalty
this.
advantage, Trailfinders.
Wonder if that might be on Rachel Malcolm's mind. But not if they can leave us something a little more sizable. Heads clear out. Roos with it. Round she comes. Morales looking to get beneath that. They had just wrestled her short, but this is now with Burton, and that will probably be that.
Time off.
From here, it looks as though Abby Burton just backed her hat-trick score.
I agree.
You've seen the ball clearly grounded on the line. Yep. Great. Try scored.
Yeah, the assistant referee, who was 20 metres away, could see it perfectly grounded on the try line when the referee was right there. Well, you've got to say, Trailfinders, we have seen this, haven't we? We saw it in the first half for a couple of the tries, but they go to their pick-and-go game very, very early, and Abby Burton has profited. Once again, a hat-trick. She's been quick, she's been dynamic, she's been very busy.
And she's got 4 for the season against Loughborough Lightning. It's not been a good day off the tee for Niamh Gallagher, not by her lofty standards, but that might just be an insurmountable gap now for the visitors.
Oof. I tell you what, I'm not sure that's a try. But anyway, the assistant referee was 20 metres away, definitely saw it, so it's a try.
Barney Madison's made another change. Ellie Boatman is on, wearing number 23. Karis Cox will next be in action in the Women's Six Nations, part of Sean Lynn's side for Wales.
Stability and balance really good in the first half. Let's keep it going in the second, please.
And there she is. Ellie Boatman, Olympian, World Cup Sevens athlete.
Let's just stay there now.
Pure gas.
I mean, they got gas from Uren, Jones, Boatman, all with Sevens pedigree, all with Olympic pedigree. A World Cup winner, a national captain. Talent wherever you look.
Crouch. Binds.
Yeah.
Sits.
Nelson off that scrum.
Yeah.
Sangapolo Sanelo wants it. How long ago that try feels.
Tackle.
Lightning haven't really fired a shot in the 15 minutes since we resumed. Murphy can't find her mark.
So this line speed from Trailfinders is really spooking Loughborough. Look at the amount of yards they've lost. But it's not just line speed, it's line speed with great contact. You see Boatman getting up in the eye line right here. Thorson Rowland to go to the width, the big ball over the top.
Back.
Kelter, alert to the opportunity and on the shoulder there of Westcombe Evans.
Penalty
Who
advantage.
loves that falling, tumbling offload.
No advantage, high contact. High tackle. 13 green, high tackle.
Because you're right, Ugo, it's the line speed and the ferocity from Trailfinders, but it's paired with accuracy. They've got the best tackle percentage in the league, and they're really forcing the Hail Marys from the playmakers.
Exactly that. Let's see what happens off this lineup, but we'll see so many opportunities from how brilliant their defence has been.
Yep. Time off.
Loughborough need to profit from this next passage of play. And watching on with interest, no doubt, is their assistant coach, Rachel Taylor. She's with Ashley.
She is indeed. Thank you very much, Claire. Rachel, you're up at half-time. What's happened? Conceded 3 tries already in the second half.
Yeah, I think obviously come out a bit of a wonder moment from Meg and just struggled to get back into the game after that. So just a bit about composure at the moment. Like, we've not had the ball, so we don't need to panic. Just got to make sure that we convert some opportunities when we get chances to be on ball like we are now.
How important is it to create these opportunities, though?
Yeah, right, really important. And we struggled a little bit in the first half to get out of our half. We looked pretty good when we got out of there, but just this middle of the pitch that we seem to be struggling with a little bit. Obviously, Wynn's picked up slightly more this second half, so just making sure that we stick to the game plan and get direct.
We know how important a win is for both teams today. You need 10 points from your next 3 games, well, including this game, in fact. How important is it just to get at least a point?
Yeah, like I think we've got to a point in the season where we're probably not necessarily chasing points. It's more around like our progress game on game and how we're playing, sticking to our systems and trying to make sure that our performances get better week on week. And I think we've shown that, and we've got more competitive week on week, and it's just about backing it up really. Like we want consistency of performance, and hopefully if we get consistent performance we'll get the points. Obviously we've been in some tight ones over the last few weeks, so we're expecting something similar today probably.
I know, they're tight, they're exciting, but I mean, I'm sure the nerves are all over the place for you lot at the moment. Look, just over 20 minutes left of the game. What do you want to see, this intent from the players today?
Yeah, I think if we can get back on the scoreboard next, then we can start to rattle them, put a little bit of doubt in there, and that's the sort of environment that we seem to thrive on in our attack. So that'll be brilliant.
Brilliant, thanks Rachel.
Thank you very much.
With the attack's been tested right now, they've got so much of the ball. And you've got to say, that is a massive win for Trailfinder women defence. Loughborough Lightning went through so many phases, stretching them this way than the other. But for Ealing, not only did they keep their discipline, the physicality, intensity, the concentration, force that kick, and they get the ball back. Not much further up the pitch than where Loughborough Lightning started with it about 90 seconds ago.
Yet more changes, yet more fresh legs for Trailfinders women. Emma Taylor is on, wearing number 19. You can see the tall figure with the dark hair there. She is in the huddle, the Canadian international, the goal-kicking lock forward. But also Vicky Laughlin in the backfield. She's gone on in at full-back to replace Niamh Gallagher, another Caris Cox style of back three player. Rangy, athletic, telescopic arms.
Very rangy. Very, very rangy. Not like Trailfinders that searching and chasing for more tries, but they've certainly added to that threat if they choose to deploy her.
Well, Amory's gone and spilt that, and this will be a lovely attacking platform for Loughborough. Interesting to see if the game drivers gather and figure this one out. There they are. Morale is talking to Nelson and Kelter.
Yeah. Just make sure we stay up and don't drop the knee. Yeah.
Hugo, what are you seeing here?
Yeah, shoelace. Time off.
The way in which Loughborough is set up, it looks like they're wanting to play wide. You see Helena Rowland just asking them for a bit more depth, and that's because at the top of your screen there, just one in, is Meg Jones, who's really been leading this high press. And I just don't think Loughborough have actually been able to deal with the level of line speed yet. They've got perfect opportunity now. A left-hand side scrum, a wide ruck. Can they get to the space where they want to get to? And I think that's going to involve Helen Nelson out in that wide channels. But can they solve this Rubik's Cube of a Trailfinders defence? Got to get the ball out of scrum first. They do even better than that. They get a penalty.
It's just their 7th scrum penalty of the season. It's very much an in and out platform for them, but that, with the newly introduced Christine Belial at the heart of it at tight head, that's some shove.
Mark here, Trailfinders.
What's here, this is you, kind of you. Lily's you now. If you go up forward, Lily's also here.
You can just hear Rachel Malcolm consistently talking.
Ives Campion, right in the heart of all of that. It's Meg Davey wearing 21 now. It's scrum half for Lightning. 122 appearances now. She's so experienced, and she knows to leave that in. She knows that that is going great guns. This would be the bonus point try for Lightning Quebec. And Davey don't like that call.
Taking it through the middle.
And a little a la chica for the figure you can see wearing 16 there. Chris Blanco, El Tigre of Las Leonas. Player of the match last week against Harlequins and agent of chaos in that case.
Maxi.
It's good you see the coaches be really happy with the attack, but we've actually been able to applaud the Trailfinders on the couple of tries they've scored in the opening 6 minutes of this second half. I think their defence intensity, whether it be in phase play, and that there, a good set-piece example of them truly fronting up.
Crouch! Binds! Sit!
Trailfinders need this. Saracens and Gloucester Hartbury, their remaining 2 fixtures.
Stay at the tunnel.
Doesn't get any tougher. Abby Burton will be up for that challenge. And she is in red hot form. Six Nations, watch out. Tough nail.
Stay on side.
Brunel University captain just up the road. Amory has absolutely nailed that, or would have done if Bo Westcombe Evans hadn't been well positioned. Boatman clinging onto Helen Nelson. So this perhaps the most important thing we will show you, rugby aside, all afternoon. Here is how the PWR table currently looks. So Gloucester Hartbury and Saracens, home and hose, we know that they will have home playoff fixtures. Exeter, we can put a little Q next to their name if Trailfinders hold on to win. Trailfinders will head into the Six Nations break in the top 4, courtesy of what is looking like a bonus point victory. Loughborough Lightning would be all but out of the running. With Saracens to host and Tigers to visit before their season is done.
Decision, please. Line out.
Numbers, please.
Time on.
It's an interesting option that they want the line out. Feels like a lottery with this wind at the moment. And the pressure Trailfinders are put on in the air. But they back their drills.
Maya Ruth looking to spoil that one. She's put a lot of pressure on it. How they will miss her post Six Nations. No Kaluna Vale. No Roos, no Black Ferns, bar a couple on the other side of the Six Nations. Their contracts only last until mid-March. Kelton not too pleased.
Retreat.
And the wind has caught that one and caused the net gain of 0 for Rowland. Nathan Smith reckons that Bristol away earlier on in the season and Harlequins 2 weeks ago were the best performances of Loughborough Lightning season. He reckons last week against Gloucester Hartpury was their bravest performance. They have not, Ugo, been able to back those qualities up today for large patches.
They've just not dealt with, for me, there's been a couple of things. Game control, which is something I just didn't expect to be able to point towards of Loughborough Lightning when you look at who they got at 10 and 15. And the other bit they've not been able to solve is just the line speed of Trailfinders. So one's within their control, the other one is not being able to control the opposition. So that's massive credit to the women in green.
Blanco, El Tigre. And Lightning might just have a little lifeline here. Got to exit, got to nail those knots and bolts. And the next thing on their to-do list is the bonus point try.
Penalty.
Obstruction, so we're looking at those lifters. What referees do look for is clear access. Every competition needs to be fair and equal, and it wasn't there. The last delivery of Loughborough's line-out wasn't perfect. They'll need better now, because not only are they fighting up against the scoreboard, but they're fighting against the clock.
Good switch. On the ball. No, 18. Well done. Player in the way.
Pretty hot and cold line-out, the Loughborough one, and it's blowing cold at the moment. The clean drills we saw in the first 40 seem to have gone absent without leave. Ives Campion in at the heart of that one.
Here. Onside.
Rowland to halfway. White thinks she spotted a couple of soft shoulders, but Wardby reacted so well there. Nevertheless, Trailfinders fancy themselves a 7th. Gallagher onto Laughlin, hitting seams and running hard. Amory to the short side, onto Boatman, who's natty once she gets up and running. Kelter makes that ball stodgy. Taylor. It's about a foot's height difference between her and Catherine Tredder, but the hooker made the tackle pay. Uran onto Malcolm. Cabea rolls away gingerly from that breakdown. Uran, Laughlin, Jones. Trailfinders have been all over Lightning since the half-time pause. Gallagher finding Roos.
Tackle!
Coached by Barney Madison today, by Whitney Hanson next week. Big Pacific Four ahead for the lock forward. So too for Claire Gallagher. Uran now just delaying that pass. Laughlin finds Malcolm. Westcombe Evans with the tackle. 10 metres between Trailfinders and a score that you suspect would put this one to bed. Even for a side as threatening as Lightning, that gap might just be a step too far.
Last feet, Lightning, last feet.
And narrow, really narrow Trailfinders, although now Boatman tiptoes round to the far touchline.
She will not be seeing this ball. I tell you, Trailfinders have been so direct and so efficient from this far out. Burton profiting with a hat-trick of tries so far.
Offside.
And they have an advantage to boot.
They can flex this, they can entertain if they like, but they might just take the 5. Trailfinders fancy themselves history makers this season. And Emma Taylor has gone and snatched their 7th.
And that's your lot. You feel at 67 minutes. They've been really dynamic, so well organised. And more and better than anything, potent in their punch and carry from 5 metres out. Hands on the ball. Good leg drive for a couple of metres.
Very good. Excellent.
I think that's Emma Taylor with the try.
20 seconds.
It's Olivia Leatherman, in fact, who got it down. Emma Taylor had the latch, and Emma Taylor is back
10.
on kicking duties. One from one for the season for Emma Taylor. Sophie de Goody-esque, Eels-esque.
Yep.
She can do it all. And that
She your side.
might just be that.
Thanks.
Lucia Scott is on for the visitors. Bo Westcombe Evans' race is run. So it's the Young Scotland International onto that wing.
Yeah, ball was out. Tackle now, well done.
If the whistle were to sound now,
Use!
Exeter Chiefs would have semi-final rugby in their pocket. Having not lifted a finger all weekend, they're on a bye week. They're all chilling out on the beaches down in Devon. But they'd find themselves semi-finalists, and Trailfinders would leapfrog Sale and Harlequins and find themselves in 4th place. They've emptied their bench, the home side. So these are the 15 who just need to manage this last 10 minutes.
Off. Well done.
Roos flying up gleefully there to batter Belial. Bonus point try still in the offing for Loughborough Lightning. Scott's first carry of her afternoon. Rowland onto Latui. Has been really well stifled this afternoon.
Good work.
Carry from Curfey. Ives Campion with open prairie onto Belial. All the forwards in tandem here. Cabea finding Bermudez, who was the agent of Trailfinders' downfall last time out, but not on this occasion. Tackle made. Lightning's pack carrying them 40 metres there.
Use!
20 points the difference, 9 minutes to play. This one's headed right down Bermudez's throat, and it's going out.
Your mark here, Trailfinders. Time off.
And coming up,
You all right?
Yeah. Cool. Just double checking that time's still right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Someone will tell me if it's not. Are we ready to go, Lightning? Your ball.
You're putting
Time on.
Eight minutes left of this one. Following us in the BWR, Gloucester Hartpury host Leicester Tigers.
Contest was too late.
And we'll see you all in 6 or 7 weeks' time after the Women's Six Nations for rounds 17 and 18. Curfew is full of running. The Loughborough release head.
Once again, we just see how high this defensive line is. Just watch the girls in green, see how quickly they are getting off the line and just putting so much doubt and putting a lot of pressure on Lightning's skills right now. And because of that, the wide game they want to play, they're not able to play. You'll see another example. Look how quickly Ealing Trailfinders are getting up. But this time, they managed to get to an edge.
Scott in against the grain, but the work at the breakdown as well from Trailfinders has been making things tough for Lightning. Davey, though, quick to rise with that and pick out fellow university student Wardby. Lutui, another one of the Bucks Super Rugby superstars. Nelson. Crisp hands from Belial. Cabea cleaving through, needs to score this, needs the bonus point. Laughlin hardly lays a glove on her. Points mean prizes in this league, and Cabea's 8th of the season might just be the most important yet.
Cabea clock it. Wow. We know how good she is. Her all-round game is absolutely exceptional, but this line is, you give no other option apart from I have to have the ball. But if the line's good, if the bust is great, how about the acceleration and the swerve? That's an outstanding, that is simply and utterly world class.
2 against Trailfinders in round 8, another one today. That's the bonus point try, and the conversion pulls Loughborough to within 2 scores.
2's going off the 10's coming here.
Helena Rowland and Catherine Tredder are off, so Leah Green is on with us, wearing 22 for Lightning, the England under-20s fly half. We've got a new hooker as well in Paige Stathopoulos, replacing Tredder just as she did all World Cup long for the US Eagles. Well, we should have known this one would spark back into life. It's been so enthralling. 13 points the difference.
Counter right's good. No hands, no hands.
Nelson, I suspect, in at fly half now. Here's Green.
You rolled it forward onto her leg. Lost control.
And it's these little moments, these little defensive interventions by Trailfinders women, which you suspect Barney Madison might just celebrate the hardest, because despite there being 55 points, 65 points, how bad is my maths? I do this every week, Hugo. 65 points scored in this one. It might be that Trailfinders women's defence is what we celebrate hardest at full time.
I do think so. I mean, yes, it's so obvious in terms of how they want to play. And you look at their backline, you look at some of their forwards and their ability to create quick ball and finish so well, but always at the sharp end of the game, defence, you have that as a cornerstone. And I think some of the pictures that they have painted through their defence have made them very, very hard to break down.
Kelter, what a pickup. Returned with venom. Wardby, there's another one of those double shots. Trailfinders don't just tackle, they go hunting.
Thank you. Wait.
Boatman gets away with that one.
It's your own player.
You can hear Cabea over our referee's microphone, just marshalling the defence. Meg Jones, wonder what
No,
she'll
21,
do
stay
there.
right out of it, well done.
Helen Nelson's having some game, wearing 15.
Probably not even her preferred position as well. But highly skilled rugby player.
Leave.
Belial with Curfy on a muscular shoulder. Nelson wants this one. She's just told Belial to get out the way in no uncertain terms to unleash Cabella, who said when she signed her extension this week, there are 100,000 things I want to improve about my game. And she is getting better. That's the scary thing, Sadia Cabella. She is getting better every year. Scott places that back for Davey to reload quickly. Nelson, Stathopoulos. Kelter's patience runs thin. She looks to patch that one backwards.
No, 50-22. No, 50-22. It's batted back over halfway. It's
Green would love another go at that one.
Good call, mate.
Your ball, Lightning.
Good option.
Your ball.
In all the chaos, just a touch of class and a touch of calm. Not something we've said too frequently today, but we've loved it.
It's their own time. All play on. Penalty only, you put it down safely. Well done. Penalty only.
Oh my goodness.
Loose ball, entitled to jump for it, tackle in the air.
Oh, this was awkward, wasn't it? Cabella catching air miles just there. Thankfully, brought down safely.
Yeah, I've got you, mate.
It's like something from the Winter Olympics, that. A bit of
Mark here,
doubles figure
Trailfinders.
skating.
Definitely a Titanic moment in there, I'm sure. Right, the contenders for today, there's been some outstanding performers. Cabella and Kelter have been excellent in a losing team, unfortunately. Abby Burton with a hat-trick. Kaluna Vale, wow, how brilliant has she been? And Meg Jones for her attack and then leading this outrageous and so aggressive defence.
Morale. He has a handy habit of coming up with the goods under maximum pressure for Lightning this season, but it's Scott with it now. Big hit from Grace White. She's so powerful for such a small figure. Lutui. We were talking about exits at the start of this match, and we are talking about exits as it draws to a close. Meg Jones with a captain's involvement, stalking down Lucia Scott there.
Tackle! Roll quicker. Quicker, please.
So in terms of points that are available here, 60 seconds left to play. A converted try for Loughborough Lightning will get them the losing bonus point as well.
Yeah, so 2 points up for stake now in the last 50 seconds. And that's a decent searching kick. Have to get their drills right. It's not been consistent, Ben. I guess the weather conditions have been really difficult. But one last roll of the dice.
Nathan Smith is every Lightning fan right about now. And he tells us over and over again he's just concerned about performance, and if that's the case, then that line-out spill will be a dagger to his heart, because that was their last shot, you suspect, at the losing bonus points. Trailfinders looking to finish with a flourish here. They had dominated swathes of this game, ironically, against Loughborough. They've had the purple patches. Started so well, weathered the storm in the second quarter, and then the second half, this has been their ball game. Clock's gone red. No doubt about it, they will get this one gone. They will want this off the park. Definitely want to deny Loughborough Lightning that losing bonus point. It's back to Gallagher, it's off the pitch, and Trailfinders go fourth. Trailfinders women are up amongst the playoff contenders well and truly now, and they might just have placed a foot in a historic semi-final. Maybe, because the PWR continues to froth and churn, and games like this are why we just cannot look away. Loughborough snatch a point in defeat as we remove the needle from the record. This captivating season, we're all going to pause for the Six Nations and the Pacific Four, but then we will be back to settle our playoffs once and for all, and these women might just have done enough. Ugo Monnier, it has been absolutely brilliant. You were hard-pressed to pick a shortlist, but you're going to have to choose just one.
Yeah, mightily tough as well, and I have to say, I don't feel comfortable about this, because this will be the first time they've ever not given it to a person that scored a hat-trick. Abby Burton, I thought, was class today, as was Meg Jones, so many. But it goes to a player who's playing her last game of the season for Ealing. It's Tanya Kalunivale. I thought she was just brilliant, embodied the level of physicality, intensity in what you need to play in must-win matches. She's our player of the match.
She was last to arrive. She's going to be first to leave. They're going to miss her so much in these parts come the business end of the season, but her contribution in getting them there has been absolutely seismic. It is full time in Ealing. What an 80 we have been treated to, but it is Trailfinders who have it by 39 points to 26.